Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Coaching from the Couch. This is your weekly DMV Sports Update. As always, there's a ton of topics to cover, and I can't wait to share it all with you in this live discussion. Hey, everybody, C-Ball here, checking in as I love to do every so often to give you the latest and greatest information on the hot topics in DMV sports. You all, as you're trying to get on into this live discussion, make sure you're hitting that love button, dropping a hello or fire emoji in the chat so that I know that you're watching, and make sure you join on in the conversation. Listen, couple of housekeeping items. As I've shared with you in the past, this is a live buoy television recording. Everything we see, say, and do here just may be on the Tizoo, okay? Verizon Channel 11, Comcast Xfinity Channel 77, each and every single day, the Coaching from the Couch series. Now, I see folks are checking in. Hit that love button, drop the fire emoji, say hello to Mama Waller and Papa Waller, because I think he's caught on that the show is back on and the live discussion is back on, so he wants to watch. So I see that Cameron Mingo has checked in, John Adams has checked in, Theo Alexander has checked in as well. You all make sure you're hitting that love button. And oh, by the way, share this show with your DMV sports loving family and friends. We have a ton of topics to cover. We're going to get into some Mystics, Nats, Wizards, and of course, the Commanders. And because we're on a time limit, we're going to go ahead and jump right on in. First up, let's do the Mystics. From the top of the week, Mystics fans, jump right on in the conversation. Here's the update on the Mystics. I really want to give a shout out to the Washington Mystics organization for the beautiful tribute they had to Nikki McCray over the past weekend and inducting her into the Hall of Fame. If you weren't at the game and if you haven't checked it out yet, here it is here. It's absolutely beautiful. Take a look.
Legacy. Sometimes it feels like too big of a word. Too big for the moment, too big for the work being done.
We're not giving up. This is our game.
But legacies are small planted seeds in a garden that bear fruit we may never see. Legacy is a gift to which we are all heirs. Nikki, you are our friend, our coach, our leader, our family, our protector. You taught us how to be better, and we will. You never let us have a bad day, so we hold on. You showed us how to live fully, so we'll take every single shot, even if we don't know if they'll go in. You demonstrated that we can overcome and defeat every force designed against us, no matter the struggle, no matter the battle, so we'll always get back up. And did we mention your smile? Oh, that smile. A smile so infectious, so warm. One look at that smile, and we just know everything is going to be all right. Nikki, this is your gift. And your laugh, so thunderous and full of pure joy. Yes, Nikki, this is your gift. A beautiful, warm, unselfish gift. And we say thank you. Thank you for planting the seeds that will bear fruit. Thank you for standing in the gap. Thank you for being the strong woman and fighter who knows trouble won't last always. Thank you for your courage, your relentless drive. Thank you for your smile, your laugh, the words of wisdom. Thank you for this gift, for this legacy. Thank you for being Nick, always.
wanted to share and just make sure you all saw that because it was absolutely beautiful. Cameron, as Cameron Mingo said in the chat, almost had him in tears. I don't think there was probably a dry eye in the building. I know my first time seeing it, absolutely my eyes were not dry. So kudos to her family, everyone involved with the video was absolutely amazing. Before I move on, and Nats fans got something for you, of course. Wizards fans, Commanders fans, make sure you're sharing this show with all of them and hitting that love button, fire emoji. I saw, I believe, Lawrence Bullard from Team Bullard drop in the chat. And I want to share this with you all. He gave me this picture, and I'm gonna make sure it gets put up on the wall so that you all will see it behind me. But thank you so much for being such a huge supporter and a beautiful and amazing friend. I appreciate you. I love you very, very much. And I wanted to make sure, even though it's not on the wall yet, I've been in Ashburn, okay? It will be up on the wall. So I wanted to make sure I honored and shared love to Lawrence Bullard for always honoring and sharing love to me. Thank you so very much. Now, that was a public service announcement. Wanted to make sure he was going to come on first before I say anything. Love button, fire emoji, high five to Lawrence Bullard for that very thoughtful gift. And also, Nats fans, where are you? The time has come, Washington Nationals fans. Breaking news. It always seems to go down on a Thursday. What have we been talking about? Steven Strasberg set to retire. This says, according to 3 people familiar with the matter, it's supposed to be a press conference at Nats Park on September the 9th. Drop in the chat, Nats fans, how you're feeling about this news. Listen, it had to happen. It had to come. At least the Washington Nationals got a World Series out of that deal. You know, Strauss got that huge payday. And in my opinion, rightfully so, after that World Series run. But to not have him out there on the mound after, that was tough. Tough. So, you know, hopefully the Nats continue to win games, and this is just, you know, something behind him, but he goes down in history as a champion, Steven Strasberg, and I just hope he's okay. Right? This had to have been, I mean, we talk about it, you know, from a media perspective, fan perspective, but he as the athlete having to have gone through this injury with expecting so much more out of his career has to hurt, has to be troubling. It has to hurt. I'm sure it was not an easy decision at all. So much love to Strasberg. Nats fans, drop in the chat how you're feeling about the news that Steven Strasberg is set to retire, with the press conference coming up on September the 9th. So more to come there. If you are just tuning in, you are now watching the Coaching from the Couch series, weekly DMV Sports Update. I am your host, C. Wall. This is a live Bowie television recording. You want to make sure you're checking out the series every day. Verizon Channel 11, Comcast Xfinity Channel 77. Next up, am I going in order? Mystics, Nats, Wizards fans, where are you? Real quick update for you all. The preseason schedule is up, and it is up on the television screen here. Check it out. They made the announcement today. Mark your calendars. We talked a little bit about the schedule release, which was last week. So this week, here's the preseason schedule. So check this out as we get closer to the season. And you see those dates are in October. So that is just when sports is like. So we probably won't talk about it much until the season. All right. So you all, more to come there for the Wizards. I'm not going to get into the Wizards too much tonight. Not tonight. But we are going to talk about the Commanders. Are there any Commanders fans watching? Washington Commanders fans, where are you? The rest of the show is dedicated to you. The rest of the weekly DMV Sports Update dedicated absolutely to Commanders fans. Make sure you hit that love button, fire emoji, Commanders fans. We have a lot to discuss. But we're gonna go all into from everything, okay? just we're going to start out from the top of the week, and then we're going to get to today. All right. But first, because here's the thing that I would like to say. I feel as though whenever there's some potentially bad news, this is what we all need to do whenever there's some potential bad news or chaos going on in DMV sports.
We beat it, great. Well, we're going to beat it, so there we go.
The streak has ended. The Commanders beat the streak just as Sam Cosmi predicted. Okay. And here's the gag. Here's why that moment made me laugh so hard. Because Sam Cosmi, I'm not laughing at this, but it's just funny how things happen. Sam Cosmi was furious during joint practices. There was a lot of chippiness in day 2. He was upset. Okay. So to hear him say, well, we're going to beat it, all right. And then while another scuffle was taking place, he's over there doing the gritty like he doesn't have a worry in the world. That absolutely made me laugh almost until I cried. Okay, it was just so ironic. I'm like, Sam Cosmi has been pissed off all week long. And here he is now doing the gritty after a touchdown. But at any rate, I hope you all enjoyed that moment just as much as I did. Love button, fire emoji for Sam Cosmi doing the gritty, because who would not have loved that? But before we get into that and get into just the overall news for the week, shout out to Bowie TV, photographer, videographer, Darrell Lee Owen Sr. for pulling together the highlights for us. You all check it out here.
toe was, there was an x-ray, it was negative, and so, they're just going to treat it day by day.
What did you think of Sam?
I thought Sam did exactly what we were hoping him, expecting him to do. Went out, executed, took control of the offense, took control of the huddle, did a good job at the line of scrimmage. There are a couple things I know that he does want to have back, but I thought he executed and handled the situation, circumstances the way he needed to.
Was that 2-minute drill at the end of the half? Was that a good test for him?
Absolutely. That was one of the things that we were hoping to get, and finish it off that way.
A lot of time the praise for Sam is his poise and just being very even keel. How have you seen him bring that, particularly now being the starter in such a big game like that?
Well, I thought he handled that extremely well. I did. There's a lot of pressure, obviously, and we know how important the quarterback position is in the league, and how important it is, in this area. That we've been looking for one, and I think we have an opportunity to have a guy that has a chance to be a really good football player for us.
Was there a sequence for him that kind of stood out for you?
Gosh, there were a lot of good things that he did, a lot of situations that he handled. A couple of 3rd and longs, he threw the ball really well, made good decisions on that, was able to move around, buy some time. I thought he was really good in the 2-minute drill. So there's a lot of things, a lot of positives, a lot of pluses.
Obviously, this is a preseason game, but to see Joey make a kick like that,
Yep.
what does that mean?
Well, Joey's had a really good camp this year. He really has. He had a tremendous camp, and it kind of, expedited the decision as far as, letting Mike go. He did a great job for us, but Joey was having such a good camp and was building such good confidence out there. This is a big deal for us.
What did you think of Quan, especially after the first preseason game?
I think he, I think he learned a lot from last week. I think the biggest thing more than anything else was he put himself in position to make a play, and he did it. There's a lot of things that we can be better at as a team, and I know he knows he can be better too. So, as we go through this, we're going to grow and we're going to learn from this.
How much can that turnover and run back help the offense put them in plus field position?
Oh, it's a really good thing. It's a huge plus, a huge positive because you get to in a position where you don't have to go 80 yards. I mean, the ball would have been on the 20, so being able to get it out past midfield, that was big.
How do you think the offensive line did?
I thought they were solid. They were stout. It's interesting. I was talking to Sam, and we were talking about how things went. And first thing he told me, he said, "Those 2 sacks were on me, Coach." He said, "I got to make quicker decision. I got to get rid of the ball better." So he understands just what needs to be done. But I thought the offensive line handled it pretty well. I think they're still growing. They're still working together, and I think they're going to get better.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. I think the main thing was just a lot of fun, and it was a good team win. I think we're really starting to become a team, and there's a lot of good things out there tonight. It was a lot of fun to be a part of. I just think offensively, I think we did some good things, put some good drives together. Obviously, there's some stuff to clean up, some sacks. Both, I don't know how many sacks we had, maybe 2, I think, and they were both my fault. So I got to do a better job with that stuff. We'll clean it up, but we made some plays. A lot of guys made some plays, and we got good work out of 2-minute drill, which was successful for us. There was a lot of good that came out of tonight.
Sam, on that, you talk about the sacks. First of all, was it just a matter of, did you see someone you trust something, or what happened there that caused it?
Yeah, it was just early in the game. I just need to relax, and I was kind of just trying to make a play and trying to do too much. But especially in that position early in the game, just be smart, get the ball out of my hands, and don't take a big loss like that.
In the next play, one of the strengths of your game seems to be to get a play, move on. The next play you hit that, you walk through that scene.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that we do a good job of with the guys we got is, when something goes bad, it's all about the next play, and we can do everything. Obviously, the sack was bad. It was my fault, but I knew we had another opportunity in the next play, so I tried to do everything I could to, make up for it.
What did you make of the 2-minute drill?
Yeah, it was good. We had a lot of plays. Guys were kind of tired, so it was good to see guys push through that. And just to get the, just we do a lot of 2-minute drills in practice, but to get one in the preseason against a different opponent, and to go down there and get 7 instead of 3 was big for us.
Was there anything specific you worked on those practice 2-minute drills that really showed up?
Yeah, we do 2-minute a lot. That's one thing with EB. Like the first thing we install every time we start installing is 2-minute. We put a lot of focus on our 2-minute drill, and EB cares about it a lot because he says all the time, like that's where in the NFL, that's where a lot of games are won or lost. So we put a lot of focus into it, and that showed.
So, want to know you all's feedback and what you all are thinking in terms of the takeaways, the overall game. Let's just jump right onto and drop any questions that you have for me in the chat as well. But let's just go ahead and jump right on into this. Can we just jump right on into this? Let's go ahead and just talk about it. All right. Everybody get it off your chest. And just, try to, breathe a little bit. First of all, breathe, relax. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Coaching from the Couch series. It's your weekly DMV sports update, a live Bowie television recording. I'm your host, C. Wall, here to give you the latest and greatest and hot topics in DMV sports. We've talked about the Mystics, the Nats, the Wizards. Now we're on to the Commanders and the news. Okay, Terry McLaurin suffered a turf toe injury. Right, it's up here on your television screens. You can see it. His injury typically is a multi-week injury. Will he be ready to start the season? But it's too early to say if he will be. Here's what I'll say. So Monday night, and Terry is the ultimate competitor. These guys are ultimate competitors, right? Terry was pretty upset. He was upset. Right? Upset. He did not come back out, on the field with the rest of the team. We haven't seen Terry, right? And what coach said, okay, they just got to watch it, right? But here's how I knew. All right, Terry might be hurt. It's because he was very upset. And I understand that some people may not, I don't know what they show on the television version. So I don't know if you could see him walk into the locker room. I didn't know what people saw in terms of, you know, just what was shown in terms of his reaction when he was dealing with the trainers and when he was walking to the locker room. Was not happy. But he walked on to the locker room. Here's the thing. You need your feet as an athlete, right? I would not be alarmed if Terry's not 100%. If Terry can't go, don't let him go week 1. Period. Absolutely not. No, just don't even do it. And we haven't seen him. As Coach Rivera shared in the press conferences, they're wanting Terry to stay off his feet. My thing is, probably if Terry would have walked back out there on crutches or in a boot, people probably would have just it would have been a meltdown for no real reason, right? This is a turf toe injury. This is something that can linger. This could be multiple weeks. But listen, it's a lot of talent on this team. Yes, they need Terry McLaurin, but they need a healthy Terry McLaurin. And if they don't have to put all their chips in week 1, they won't. So it's better to be safe than sorry. And so I'm not losing it. I knew that it wasn't just like I stubbed my toe, and I could tell that just simply by his reaction to whatever was going on. So the season is not, it's coming up, but I just don't think everybody should panic. If he's not 1,000%, 100%, and hey, listen, can we all be real about something? This is football. A lot of these guys got a lot of nicks going on right now. Is what it is. But the positive thing is the x-rays are still showing negative. If this lingers and he's not ready for week 1, no one spiral out of control. I think it'll be fine. So that's what I'm here to say. That's what I want to make sure the message is. Nobody panic. It's okay. In terms of will Sam Howell get any reps on Saturday? Maybe if they come to that conclusion. Didn't sound like if they were going to come to that conclusion or not, but it sounds like Sam's not going to play. Sounds like Jacoby will play. He and Jake Fromm. All right. But it could, they could change their mind tomorrow and say get a rep in here or there. But it doesn't seem like he will, but I also don't want to stamp that because, they may, but it doesn't sound like many of the starters will play on Saturday. That's when the game is, right? Yeah, Saturday. So, all of it is an opportunity to get more work in. So if any of the starters play, it will be minimal, very minimal. And you can expect to see the second and third team out there for the game. But that Terry, get well soon. We know that you will. Let's talk Sam Howell. Can I say something? I posted something on my Facebook page, and I said, Commanders fans, listen, this is the first time in decades you're starting the season off with no drama. There's no storyline to be created, not even with Terry's toe. All right. Still, is it that Terry's toe does not need to become a national headline. My Seawall Bowie Television opinion. Okay. So just chill out. It's okay. If you're a Commanders fan, hit that love button, drop a fire emoji. If you can be happy, just be happy. It's no drama. Just ride this thing out. The energy is, I've been saying this for months, is what everybody's been wanting. It's literally, seriously. All right. Going back to Sam Howell, examples of what you want to hear and examples of what you want to see, right? I have been trying to find a word to describe Sam Howell, and I have been sharing with you all how quickly he adjusts. He makes a mistake, but you don't see it again. And when Coach Eric Bieniemy said he autocorrects, that's real. That is so super real. And you all saw it. You all have seen it now in preseason games, right? You've seen it. He wants to get it right. He has a very short memory. I made a mistake, and he's able to say, hey, that was on me. That I held the ball a little too long. He gets it. He knows it. And he's not looking around at everybody else to point a finger. He has to be better. He knows that, and he's working on it. And he's working on it play to play. When was the last time you all saw that in a Commander's uniform? Let me just, in a quarterback position. Let me go ahead and get that thought out and move on. Because I'm seriously, fire emoji, love button, because this is the type of energy you want going into the regular season. It is. And the thing of it is, they're getting better. I'm going to get back on this offensive line. I would hope that you all have seen progress. I have. It's absolutely been progressive. Is it the best? No. But if you're able to see the auto correction in a Sam Howell and how they're continuing to move about, sure, some of the things that they're doing, yes, it might be against the second team defense or what have you, but they need that work so that they can get better. And as long as you're seeing progress, that's a good thing. It's not, oh my gosh. And that's what I've been looking at. I'm not looking for the scoreboard. Now, was it nice that they did in the Raven streak? Absolutely. Of course it was. And I hope you all enjoyed that. Okay. Who cares if it was only the preseason? Nobody cared that it's only the preseason when they was talking about that silly streak, right? It mattered, so it should matter that the Commanders ended it. But it's absolutely, and it's exactly here before we close out what Lamar Bland said. They've improved from Cleveland, so it's not crazy to think they could continue to progress with more time together. Exactly. And we're not talking about the same group of people here. We're not talking about in terms of leadership and who's coaching the team, right? These guys are building the camaraderie. They're studying together. They're watching the film. They're auto-correcting. Why? Because their leader on the field is auto-correcting. Right? They're starting to police themselves and just overall excellence and how they're carrying themselves in practice and in film rooms and when they're together all the time. This is the energy you want to see now, because it will get better. Barring any extreme injuries or anything crazy, this is where you want to see. And it's promising because this is a new group. And I'm almost about to run out of time. Quan Martin, good job, Quan. I smiled because here's the thing. When Quan got that interception, let's be for real, Quan got beat. And here's what I want to share with you all, because you've heard me say this so many times on this show, leading up even to today. One thing about this defense, the play is not over until the whistle blow. Until the whistle blow, the play is still live. Okay? It's live. I appreciate the play not being over until the whistle sounds. And that he had already lost. These guys are so smart. They're so smart. The play would have been over for me. And for most people, right? For him to still keep that alive, and that is what I see from these guys. It's so invigorating to watch. Like, what? They just don't want to give up. They're not going to give up until they got the ball in their hands and can get it back to the offense. It's like they have a concerted, it's an effort where it's like, go over there, get us the ball back. I got you, bro. And they go get it. And it's like, they're really over those. They're having those types of conversations and they're actually making it happen. What are they doing? And it's cool to watch. And Quan is getting better. I don't know if you all heard what Jack Del Rio had to say about Quan Martin and just overall. Yes, Quan had a tough preseason game one, but he keeps trying, he keeps plugging away. The kid is so determined. And so I just zoom my eyes to people like him because they want to get better and they're just, and he just gotta lock in. He gotta lock in. And when he locks in, he's gonna be great. And his big brothers on the team are giving him all, and his colleagues, rookies, are giving him all of the support. They're supporting each other in a way that I haven't seen on the team since I've been covering them on site. It's a good place to be in. Absolutely. I said it. Jack Del Rio, he loves everybody on his defense. Jack Del Rio, I'm telling you, it's a few people that I've not seen them this happy. And Jack Del Rio was one of them. For real. He's just smiling everywhere he goes. So that's a good thing. I want to give a shout out to Jared Patterson. I absolutely do. You want to know why? Because Jared Patterson just keeps right on fighting. He keeps right on balling. He keeps right on plugging away at the running back position. He keeps right on doing his best every single opportunity he gets to ensure he is an asset to the team. I really, 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 really just wanted to shout him out. DMV. I had to do it. I also wanted to shout this out. I'm not so sure how I felt about Sam Howell telling everybody that they do the 2-minute drills all the time. Because yes, they do. Yes, we know that. And I was like, hey, I never said anything because I thought that was top secret clearance information. But hey, here's what I'll tell you. This goes back to the point of the things that I have told you. And that is they are always implementing real game scenarios. Like Sam Howell said, Eric Bieniemy, he does it all the time. Oh, every practice. This is real life. They're operating like they're in a game. And I had told you all that early on. I said, oh, this is very good. In the words of Jahan Dotson, and you're gonna start hearing me say this. If you all watched when I covered Jahan Dotson's youth football camp over there at Riverdale Baptist, and Jahan was first asked about the rookies and the DBs, he said they are good. They are very good. So when you hear me say, oh, they are very good, some of this stuff, I said, this is very good. Very good. I like this. Like Eric Taylor just said, that's real coaching. Do it in the game all the time. I also want to give somebody else their flowers, since we're talking about flower giving. Real game scenarios. Joey Sly. Joey, if you're listening. Again, Joey. Because on Monday night, I'm going to pass him and say, do that again. Do it. All season long, please. Good job. All right. I kept going. I kept walking to my destination. Real game scenarios. Oh, we going to play this game out. Every enemy was real clear. Oh, we going to play this game out. What y'all talking about? Huh? Just preseason. Oh, no. We're going to play until the end. Okay? Strasberg doing his thing. Joey Sly. Joey. Good job. And what have I been saying? Y'all better love special teams now. Special teams, it matters. These games, the Super Bowl, playoff games, determined by a field goal. Miss the field goal, you don't make history. Make the field goal, and now you've made history. Good job, Joey Sly. And good job to all parties involved. Today was the last day that media can watch the entire practice. I like to call this day the last day of school, but technically it's not the last day of school because really the season has just started, but media can't watch the full practice anymore. Today was the last day. This was a good training camp season, you all. I know I've been sharing with you all from rookie camp And I've seen a difference in the rookies since rookie camp, especially Chris Rodriguez. My heart dropped when he had that fumble on Monday night, but he's I wasn't too sure about him at first, and I didn't mind sharing that with him and just talking before I, was just trying to get to know him a bit a couple weeks ago, but great addition to the team. And I'm smiling because he's a really good kid. And I hate to call them kids. They're really good young men. I shouldn't be calling them kids. They're young men. And this was a good training camp. And I would like to tell you why before we close out. The Eric Bieniemy effect. Now, you all, thank you so much for watching. I absolutely appreciate every single last one of you for tuning in as you do each and every week. Love your commentary as always. You all, look, this football season is long. And October is when all the sports are just going to be going on. So much more to come. Keep watching the preseason games. They're not so bad. But I'll keep you all updated as I always do. I'm trying to see if there's another question. Nope. So, all right, you guys. I'll talk to you all again soon.